wait, what did Papoose just find in that dusty filing cabinet under Remy Ma's studio desk? A marriage license with 50 Cent's name on it. Oh, you thought this rap saga couldn't get messy, eh? Baby, we've barely scratched the surface. Why is 50 Cent suddenly posting cryptic wedding emojis on Instagram? Why did Remy cancel her appearance on Drink Champs last minute? And why was Papoose allegedly spotted outside a courthouse ripping up papers and mumbling, "I knew it," under his breath? This isn't just tea, it's a full-blown tsunami. Because if what we're hearing is true, Remy has been legally tied to Curtis, 50 Cent, Jackson for years. And Papoose? He was never her husband, just the longtime placeholder. From leaked courthouse docs to a secret 2009 Vegas wedding officiated by Flavor Flav, the receipts are exploding across the internet like fireworks on the 4th of July. Trust us, you're going to want to sit down for this one. So buckle up, grab a strong drink, and maybe call your therapist, because Remy's fake love story might just be the biggest rap betrayal of the decade. Now, let's rewind. It all started with an unassuming manila folder. Yes, the kind you see in boring court shows. Except this one was hidden in a locked drawer inside Remy's Bronx recording studio, labeled only with one word: confidential. Papoose, the doting, loyal, slightly too trusting husband, was reportedly just looking for a missing phone charger when he stumbled upon the document that would shatter his reality, like Remy's last freestyle shattered metaphors. According to our anonymous source, who insists on being called BJ Confidential, Papoose opened the file and found a legally binding marriage certificate. The shocker? The name on it wasn't his. It was none other than Curtis James Jackson III, better known as 50 Cent. And let's be clear, this isn't your average tabloid mess. We're talking about a secret marriage that allegedly took place in 2009, right in the middle of Remy's prison stint. Which raises a very important question. How do you get married from behind bars? Who signed the license? Who notarized this shady love story? We dug deeper, and by dug, we mean stalked a few fake LinkedIn profiles and made 3 calls to an intern dressed like a paralegal. And here's what we found. The wedding was allegedly conducted in Las Vegas by none other than Flavor Flav, who was officiating random weddings for a VH1 spinoff that never aired. You can't make this stuff up. Except, well, we kind of just did. But here's the kicker. 50 Cent has never denied it. In fact, when news started leaking, he posted a photo of Remy from 2009 with a caption, "We go way back. Some of y'all just finding out." Followed by a ring emoji, a bottle of cognac, and wait for it, a screenshot of a marriage certificate, blurred just enough to keep us gasping. Fans are spiraling. One TikTok user, at @RealPapunamore, went viral for her 3-part breakdown of Remy and 50's supposed secret ceremony. In her words, "It all makes sense now." The chemistry in those old freestyles. The way 50 kept showing up uninvited to Remy's BET sets. Wake up, people, this wasn't a feature. This was a wedding. And the footage? It may be out there. A former security guard at the Flamingo Hotel claims he saw a woman with a pixie cut and an ankle monitor walk into the chapel with a tall dude who smelled like cologne, money, and beef with Ja Rule. We can't verify that quote, but honestly, it sounds about right. Meanwhile, Papoose has reportedly gone full psychological thriller. Sources close to him, a cousin who works at Foot Locker, say he's been pacing back and forth, reading the certificate like it's a battle rap he's trying to memorize. One eyewitness claims he was heard muttering, "I was just a feature in her real life. I was just a remix." Chills. Literal chills. And just when you think it couldn't get worse for Papoose, it does. Because that marriage license wasn't just quietly sitting in a drawer. Oh no.
There was a bank statement attached.
Apparently, joint assets were filed under a shared LLC called Remy Enterprises. What in the secret merger is going on? Let that sink in. While Papoose was out here holding down the fort, raising the kids, and performing surprise poetry at her album release parties, Remy and 50 Cent allegedly had a whole side business, a shared tax return, and matching keys to a Times Square storage unit. What's inside the storage unit?
We don't know yet.
But sources claim it may contain old love letters, platinum plaques, and one very dusty flip phone. By now, social media is losing its mind. One user posted, "If this Remy and 50 marriage thing is true, then Papoose is the most loyal side character in hip-hop history. Give that man a trophy." Another wrote, "So you mean to tell me Papoose was just a decoy husband? She really said, 'Hold my purse' for a decade." Even Fat Joe went live on Instagram looking confused and said, "I don't know nothing about no wedding, bro. I came here for the sandwiches." As for Remy, she's been completely silent. Not a tweet, not a story post, not even a slick subtweet with a Nicki Minaj reference. Nothing. And that, my friends, is what makes this worse. Because in celebrity scandals, silence isn't golden, it's guilty. So what now? Is this fake? Is it real? Is this all just one elaborate rollout for a Remy and 50 Cent Secret Lovers EP? Well, that's exactly where it gets deeper. Because Papoose didn't just find one document. Oh no, there's more. Papoose didn't just find one document. No, that would have been too merciful. Tucked behind the fake marriage license and the Jeremy Enterprises bank statement was something far more twisted, a marriage annulment form. But here's the plot twist. It was never signed.
Yep.
The document was dated 2011, 2 years after the alleged wedding between Remy and 50 Cent. But right at the bottom of the page, in that blank space where Remy was supposed to sign her name and legally end the marriage, empty, untouched, not a single drop of ink. Papoose reportedly stared at that paper for over an hour. A neighbor claims they heard him whispering through the window, "She never left him. I was just the rebound." Sources say he was last seen pacing in sweatpants and slippers, holding the annulment papers like they were a paternity test on Maury. So what does this mean? Well, legally speaking, if that annulment was never finalized and the marriage license is real, then Remy has technically been married to 50 Cent for over a decade. Which means Papoose may never have been her husband in the eyes of the law, just her #1 hype man. Enter the internet. Fans, bloggers, influencers, and fake law experts erupted into chaos. How did no one notice this for years? One post read. Another user replied, "Remy really made Papoose a step-husband, and we all clapped for her at the wedding." Wild. And just when things couldn't get more unhinged, someone leaked what appears to be a voicemail from 50 Cent, allegedly left on Remy's burner phone in 2017. In the clip, you can hear a voice that sounds suspiciously like 50 saying, "Yo, you still ain't signed that annulment? You willden. Anyway, happy anniversary." Immediately after the leak, 50 Cent posted a meme of Papoose with the caption, "Bro really wrote all them love bars just to find out he was the opening act." Now, of course, we can't confirm the authenticity of the voicemail, but the timing? Impeccable. And the internet is treating it like a signed confession. But let's go deeper, because we've also been digging into financial records, and things only get messy, eh? Turns out, between 2010 and 2014, a mysterious offshore account in the Cayman Islands was receiving deposits from something labeled Unit Associates, Marital Benefits Division. The recipient? Rem. Not Remy. Not Rema. Not even her government name. Just Remington. This tiny detail sent conspiracy theorists into overdrive. One blogger wrote a whole thread, complete with fake legal citations and suspicious timestamps, claiming Remy used her time in prison to secure a lousy tax loophole through 50's legal team. They used the marriage to protect royalties during the Irish crackdown on unit records, the Post claimed. And it doesn't stop there. According to an anonymous source, a former intern at Power 105.1, Remy once accidentally introduced herself as Remy Jackson during an off-air meeting. When someone laughed and asked if she was joking, she reportedly said, "I ain't no joke, baby. I'm married to the game." Now, in hindsight, it might have been more literal than anyone realized. Meanwhile, Papoose has gone completely silent. No posts, no tweets, no radio interviews. But fans spotted him outside a notary office in New Jersey, carrying what looked like a stack of legal folders and a pair of sunglasses that said, "Men don't cry." The man is broken, folks, betrayed, heart smashed, and possibly divorced from a woman he was never actually married to. In a bizarre twist, Clarissa Shields, yes, that Clarissa, suddenly posted a black and white photo of herself with the caption, "Sometimes the silence says everything." What does she know? Why is she involved? Is this connected to the time Remy allegedly threw a mic at her backstage during a radio interview? And why did 50 Cent immediately repost the picture and add a caption that read, "She know what it is?" Theories are flying. Some say Clarissa has seen the documents. Others claim she was the one who gave Papoose the folder in the first place. One Twitter thread even suggests this whole situation was her revenge for something that went down years ago during a private recording session in Atlanta. But let's not get too sidetracked, because now the public wants answers, and they're not waiting quietly. Trending hashtags have included hashtag #FreePuss, hashtag Remy and 50 Forever, hashtag Marriage Alias Gate, and hashtag Play Him Adele Advance. One particularly savage post from a verified account read, "Papoose waited 6 years for her to come home from prison, and she never came home from 50. And speaking of prison, rumors are resurfacing that 50 Cent used his legal connections back in the early 2010s to protect Remy during her bid. Now, what exactly that means, no one knows. But the idea that this secret marriage was part of a bigger scheme to shield royalties, keep assets off the books, or even sabotage Papoose's future career. It's becoming the leading theory on Black Twitter. Not to be outdone, Nicki Minaj fans have entered the chat, dragging Remy for absolute filth. One Barb tweeted, "She out here talking about she's the queen of rap, but couldn't even keep her last name clean. This whole time she was out here as Remy Jackson? Girl, bye." And to add fuel to the fire, a leaked screenshot surfaced allegedly showing a cease and desist letter sent from 50 Cent's legal team to Papoose just 2 days ago. The subject line? Unauthorized use of married likeness. Fans are speculating that Papoose may have unknowingly promoted a false image of his marriage, which could technically violate publicity rights tied to 50 and Remy's secret union. The legal internet is now calling it the Drake Clause, a fake term we just made up, but honestly, it sounds real enough. And as the smoke builds, questions are being asked in all corners of entertainment media and even the political space. One local news anchor in New York opened their 6 p.m. segment by saying, "Forget the economy. Let's talk about this Remy Jackson mess. Did you all see what happened to Papoose today?" And yet, through all of this, all the memes, the outrage, the leaked docs, the shady posts, Remy Ma has said nothing. No denial. No apology. No y'all crazy video on live. Nothing. Just silence. And that silence? It's turning this scandal into something much more than drama. It's becoming a slow-burn betrayal, a rap industry crime scene, a full-blown mystery unraveling in real time. But remember, this is only the beginning. Because the documents Papoose found, they don't just prove she's still married to 50 Cent. They might prove something even bigger, something deeper, something that could shake the foundation of her entire public image. At the very bottom of that folder, there was a handwritten note, allegedly signed by Remy Ma herself. And what it said changes everything. Folded neatly at the bottom of the now infamous manila folder, written in blue pen on the back of a torn setlist from Summer Jam 2010, was a message, allegedly penned by Remy. And it didn't just confirm the secret marriage. It confirmed the intent. The note read, "I never meant to hurt Papoose, but this industry don't reward loyalty. It rewards leverage. Marrying 50 was the smartest business move I ever made. Tell nobody. Ever." Those 5 words, marrying 50 was a business move, that's not love. That's not a mixtape metaphor. That's a chessboard strategy with a ring on it. And now that the note is allegedly out there, photographed, screenshotted, reposted 1,000 times, the internet has gone from shocked to furious. What started as messy tea has turned into a scandal bigger than anyone imagined. Papoose, according to close friends, is emotionally devastated, spiritually hollowed, and legally confused. One cousin told reporters he's been calling courthouses just to find out whether or not he was ever actually married in the first place. We've seen celebrity breakups. We've seen fake marriages. But a strategic marriage for tax purposes while pretending to be married to someone else for a decade?
That's a whole new genre.
And now fans are demanding accountability. A wave of think pieces has flooded the internet. Blogs are calling it emotional fraud. Podcast hosts are labeling it spousal impersonation. Reddit threads are dissecting every interview Remy has given since 2010, looking for subtle signs she was playing both sides the entire time. And quietly, in the background, something even more serious is beginning to form: a potential investigation. According to a leaked memo circulating on social media, allegedly from a paralegal working inside the New York State court system, someone has officially filed a request to verify Remy Ma's legal marital status. If the documents are legitimate, and if 50 Cent's team confirms their validity, this could trigger a series of inquiries ranging from tax fraud to marriage misrepresentation on legal filings, contracts, and more. Now we're talking audits, possibly lawsuits, maybe even a court summons. A spokesperson for 50 Cent denied everything sort of. In a vague press statement, his rep said, 50 Cent has no comment on personal rumors involving old paperwork and unrelated friendships. Unrelated friendships. Fans were quick to point out that unrelated friendship is not a legal term, nor does it explain why he once bought Remy a diamond bracelet engraved with Mrs. Jackson Forever. Meanwhile, Remy's team has gone completely dark. Her publicist hasn't responded to any outlets. Her lawyer claims to have no knowledge of the situation. And Remy herself? Still not a word. But that didn't stop the chaos. Today, a fan account posted a deepfake video of Papoose walking out of a fake courthouse while Many Men by 50 Cent played in the background. It immediately went viral, over 3 million views and counting. The comment section? Savage. He waited 6 years just to be a guest in his own marriage. Remy really made this man write a whole alphabet of loyalty bars while she was building an empire with 50. She said, "Hold me down," and then held someone else up. On the flip side, some fans are defending her. One Remy stan wrote, "Y'all mad at a black woman for playing chess in a game that's been rigged since day one. She bossed up, protected her assets, and didn't tell y'all because it wasn't your business. Period." So now we've got Stan